Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Jim Olson, Assistant Executive Director for the NTCA. I want to thank you for attending today's webinar and I want to wish you all a happy new year. Hopefully it's a better year than 2020 and we can get together with our friends and family. The National Tile Contractors Association is excited to kick off our 8th year presenting webinars with this presentation of our Total Health and Wellness Benefit Program. We will explain how simple it is to offer your employees a comprehensive portfolio of affordable benefits. The process allows the employee to set an appointment and make informed benefit decisions while working with a licensed benefit counselor. During the presentation, Meridio will show you the journey an employee will take. Before I introduce today's speaker, I need to remind you that during the webinar, you'll be muted. Please use the questions area on your computer to type in your questions and we will do our best to answer your questions at the end of this presentation. All of our webinars are available to watch at any time on the NTCA YouTube channel shortly after our webinars are presented. Please go to the NTCA YouTube channel, subscribe, and you will be notified of all upcoming NTCA videos, including all technical webinars, giving you easier access to watch all current and past programs at your convenience. We will no longer have our webinars archived on the NTCA website. If the audio on your computer is poor, call the number on the invite to this webinar to listen on your phone. All right, here we go. I'm happy and excited to introduce today's speaker, Chris McLuda. He's been working in the employee benefit industry for 25 years, 15 of those specifically offering groups, employee enrollment, and education. Chris has been working with Meridio since May of 2018. He currently resides in Wilmington, North Carolina with his wife of 31 years. Welcome, Chris. We look forward to it.
Thank you very much, Jim. And again, Happy New Year. As Jim said, we are absolutely looking for a better year than last year. The National Tile Contractors Association and Meridio have partnered to bring the Total Health and Wellness Benefit Program. We like to call it the Smarter Benefits Program for NTCA members and employees. Jim has already introduced me, so I won't bore you with who I am and what I do. But what I would like to do today is really discuss, number one, what the Smarter Benefits Plan can do for you and, more importantly, your employees, as well as the benefits, the challenges that employers are faced with every day. As you guys know, and I know I'm probably preaching to the choir here, the challenge to offer your workforce or even purchase yourself benefits in today's market, it's extremely expensive and it's a bit confusing as well. So it just comes down to cost versus value and how much you can actually spend and what you get for that dollar. But from an employee standpoint, oftentimes you need to provide these in order to have retention and recruitment of quality employees. Couple of stats here for you. The growth of per capita healthcare spending since 1970 has been 600%. It's like a runaway train. We've all been fighting it. Unfortunately, the growth of the median family income has only been 48%. So that, that's a real problem. But quite frankly, the real dilemma is the out-of-pocket cost to all of us. The out-of-pocket cost over the last 20 years has increased dramatically because of rising deductibles. Just to make healthcare affordable, the deductibles have had to increase, 10, 12-fold. And what that means is it exposes the consumer to much more risk, financial risk especially. So what we've done is insurance is about risk. What we're trying to do is to provide products and services to the members of the National Tile Association, Contractors Association, that will minimize the risk that they have to face every day when it comes to healthcare. So as employers, though, you kind of get hit twice. So many job seekers now not only are looking for hourly wage or salary, but what's really important to them because of the cost are benefits. Research shows that 60% of employees will resign their current job for better benefits. So not only do you get hit with out-of-pocket costs for benefits, but as an employer, to replace an employee is very expensive. And I know from training, recruitment, the whole, lost jobs, lost work, you guys all know this, that, the number is 14,936, but it could be much higher than that depending on, the industry you're in or how long it takes to replace that person. Unfortunately, as the employer, you're burdened 2 times. So what can we do about that? As I said, as a member of the NTCA, you have an opportunity to participate in the NTCA Total Benefits Program. What we do is we offer your employees a hassle-free benefit program while backstopping traditional health care with cost-effective care plans and supplemental insurance plans. Now, let me say that in English. We give your employees an opportunity to address their needs based on their particular situations and what can fit their budget. And the way we do that is we work individually with your employees and offer them an array of benefits. Now, typically when an employee is talking about benefits, your eyes glaze over. It becomes a very confusing conversation. We try to simplify that for each individual based on their needs. So the ingredients of this program are a total portfolio of benefits. More importantly, how do we connect with these employees and give them the opportunity to participate? And lastly, for the employer, easy to set up and no administration. We understand that you're running a business. The last thing you need to be doing is administrating benefits for each individual employee based on their needs. Some of the benefits that we offer, as I said, there's no one size fits all. Some of the benefits that we offer are Affordable Care Act compliant health coverages, ranging from a very comprehensive, fully insured product to a minimum essential coverage that can be very affordable, but can still cover the immediate needs of many of the employees. Some of the minimum essential coverages will cover things like a $15 copay to go to your doctor, or a $50 copay to go to an urgent care center, the things that we run into every day. So it really depends on what you currently have. If some people have insurance now, we can offer products that will fill the gaps of the high deductibles I was speaking of earlier. If you're completely without coverage, which we're finding a lot more people are today, there are some affordable coverages that can help bridge the gap, so you're not afraid to go to an urgent care center or afraid to go to a doctor because of the exorbitant cost. You'll know what it's going to cost you going in. There's also accident and hospital indemnity, disability policies, as well as life insurance. So there's a whole range of products. Our benefit specialists are trained to work with your employees. We will ask a few questions and we will get to the bottom of what their number one need is to solve. And then we will affordably work with them and try to solve that issue for them. Here is a lineup, and just to give you a ballpark, this is for a 35-year-old person. Many of these products doesn't matter what your age is. Some of them do, some of them don't. As I said, there's a whole portfolio of products, starting with the Cigna PPO. These are weekly charges that you see. So it would be $141.70 for an individual. that would be a $5,000 in-network deductible. So that would be your comprehensive coverage that, should you go to the hospital, you would be covered once you meet your $5,000 deductible. All the way down to, as I said, a minimum essential health coverage as low as less than $28 a week. What that will get you is, you can go to the doctor for $15 copay. You're going to have a $25 prescription card. You'll have 24/7 virtual doctors that you can call and do a video chat with. But it's not going to really cover you if you get, messed up pretty bad and have to go to the hospital for a week or so. So the idea behind that coverage is if someone gets sick, they'll go to the doctor rather than not go because they're afraid of the cost. And then that festers into something where they end up in the hospital. So we're trying to be preventative when we offer these lesser plans. The accident plans, critical illness, hospital indemnity, you can see how inexpensive they are. When wrapped around a minimum essential health plan, it really gives the employee a pretty comprehensive coverage that if they have nothing now, it makes a big difference in their feeling working for you. And I'll go through how we administrate this here in a minute. There's term life insurance, there's whole life insurance, short-term disability. So there's an awful lot of things that they can talk about and with our benefit specialists. So how do we do this? How do we execute this? This is usually the biggest question we have. We try to keep this as simple for the employer as possible. So one of the first things that you do is you enroll your organization. How do you do that? First of all, you will be receiving some emails, texts, phone calls from Meridio on behalf of the NTCA to give you the opportunity to set up an appointment with one of our Meridio agents who can walk you through your specific needs as the employer. If you're an individual, you'll be able to just register for your appointment with a licensed benefit specialist and talk about your insurance needs. But as an employer group, what we'll do is we will show you the different products available, and then we work with our customer success team to introduce your employees to the program. Now, what that looks like basically is we're going to get contact information on your employees, and we will promote the program via text, voicemail, email over a 14 to 30 day period, which gives them the opportunity to set an appointment at their leisure. As far as moving forward with our clients, with new hires, as you grow, we have a team of people that are 100% dedicated to bringing new hires on of our existing clients, so we can walk them through the program when you deem them as full-time employees. As far as administration, we have two choices. When your employees purchase these products, you don't have to be involved at all. We can bill and collect from the employee directly if you prefer that. Some employers will pay a portion of the benefits that they purchase. In that case, it would have to run through the payroll deduction. In that case, then there would be a bill, but we have a team that will work with you to set that bill up so it's very simplistic, and regardless of the number of products they purchase, there will only be one bill. If you decide not to participate in the helping with the payment of it, we will collect the premium directly from the employee, but we will still give you as the employer, the credit for offering that benefit. So hopefully they will, appreciate that. This is kind of a different view of what I just went over. Basically, the employer introduction. Here's what we ask of you. We ask that you send the original email, text, or both to your employees, introducing us and the program, and giving them a heads up that someone will be reaching out to them. Then we will do the month-long personalized campaign. During this campaign, an employee will receive texts or emails of which they can just click on a link that'll take them to a landing page. Once they reach that landing page, there will be a host of information, which I'll show you an example of one here in a minute, but it'll give them an opportunity to look at what benefits would be provided, as well as how to schedule an appointment. And there will be a calendar there available for them to schedule that appointment directly with one of our licensed benefit specialists. They'll pick the time and they'll leave their number. And then what happens is they'll receive a confirmation email based on what they just did. And then our benefit specialist will reach out to them at the time of their appointment. Now, what this really does is it gives your employee a much better experience because they're not under the pressures of being at work. Most of the appointments are set after work or a time when that employee can be sitting with a spouse or a family member, giving them the opportunity to make the right benefit decision. They're not under the pressure of being at work, talking to their employees. They might be friends, but that's not the person I want helping me decide what benefits I want to participate in. Once that online booking process takes place and the benefit decisions are made, based on what your decision is when you set the case up, the billing will be either credit card or ACH, or we hand the billing off to a carrier if it is a payroll deduction. And again, we'll handle your new hires for you either monthly, quarterly, or however you decide you would like that done. So there's no work disruption included in this, so they can do this while they're at home. We can bill the employee directly, leaving no payroll deduction for you. Any questions on how we do this? Right now, I'll field some questions. Actually, let me show you before we get to that. The landing page I was talking to you about, this landing page that I'm going to click on here is built for the employer. So this will show the cost-effective healthcare, minimum essential coverage, out-of-pocket medical expenses, everything I talked about. We have dental and vision as well. They'll be able to download the plan details, so it'll show them which each individual product and what that product entails. It will give them an overview of that product and then talk to them about how this works for them. They'll have two options then. They can call an 800 number and set an appointment to talk to a benefit specialist, or they can schedule their briefing by clicking here, and it takes them to a calendar. The calendar will show our benefit specialists available times and dates. Let's say they want Wednesday at 4 o'clock, and then it'll ask for their information and they can go through the entire process. But that will give them the opportunity to schedule a time that's convenient for them. They will have 15 minutes or a half hour, whichever they decide, to ask questions about their specific needs and any products they would be interested in. This is the same format that would be used for an employer. So if you're an employer and you want to schedule an appointment to set your company up, it would work the exact same way. So, there would be no different than what the employee would do. So the journey is the same regardless of what they're doing. So that's the landing page. Now at this time, I want to let you know that you as employers can start contacting people today at this number or by scheduling. The benefits can be enrolled to the employees starting January 18th, which is next Monday. So it usually takes about a week to get set up and get the messaging set up. So if you would be interested in setting this up for your employees and yourself, I would suggest to either call this number or go to this link, which I will put up on the screen for you. Let me get
Hey,
back.
Chris, while you're putting that link up, I want to just tell everybody that Meridia will be reaching out to you, but you can opt out of any of their programs. I mean, if you don't want to hear from them anymore, you can opt out. It's just a convenience. We want to make this simple for you, that they'll be actually contacting you. So real important that you understand that.
Absolutely. If you guys do nothing, we will still reach out. We're going to send emails. We're going to send texts. We're going to be calling. We have an internal team that is dedicated to NTCA that will reach out and work with you. But to reiterate what Jim brought up, if you are not interested, there is an opt-out in every text or email. And once we receive that, you will be deleted from all communications. At this time, Jim, I think we can take some questions if there are any.
Sure. So nobody has typed any in, but what I'd really like to do, if you have basic general questions you'd like to ask, detailed questions, you should definitely contact them for detailed questions. But if you have any basic questions, just type your name into the question area, and I'll unmute your microphone and you can ask your question. If anyone is interested. So I want all of our members to know that we already have members that have taken advantage of this, and we're just kicking it off today, and we already have members that have taken advantage of this program. So we believe this is a real benefit for our members, especially some of our smaller companies, mid-sized companies and smaller. What a great way to what a great way to offer a benefit to your employees and assure yourself that you keep these good employees working for you.
Absolutely. And Jim, I want to thank you. And I want to thank everybody for listening. I know it's pretty difficult to listen to one guy talk for 15 or 20 minutes about such an exciting topic as benefits. But when you do set up a meeting, we have our agents are trained on all of these products, and they can really dig down deeper with you as to what is available and the cost of some of these for different age groups. And then they can assist you in setting up your group to move forward. And then we do all the lifting from there. So,
great. Chris, I just unmuted Ron. Ron, why don't you ask your question, please?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
So I have some regular independent contractors that I use, and I've lost people who needed health benefits, for example, in the past. Is this a program that could apply? Could I somehow sponsor them for this? I unfortunately missed the very beginning, so I apologize if I'm.
No problem. Yes, you can. Even as independent contractors, you can absolutely, we can offer it to them and they can purchase it on their own, and we can tell them that's through you and through the association. Or if you wanted to pay for some of it, you're welcome to do that as well. But we can do that.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, we're gonna go to, let's see here. We're gonna go to Terry. Let me unmute Terry Murphy.
Hey, Terry.
Terry, I just unmuted you. Please ask your question.
The question I had is, this appears that you have a health program. Is this a Cigna plan like the example you showed, and does it have providers throughout the U.S.?
Yes, it's a national network, Terry. So there are providers. If you are interested in that plan, what we would do is we would send you a link to the national network, and you could link in there and you can search by either provider or by zip code or by discipline, and it will show you who is a part of the network.
Okay, then the next question, I want to follow up on the one that Ron just asked. If it was provided to our 1099 subs, and if we contributed to our employee staff, our W-2 staff, would we also be required to contribute to the 1099s?
No, you can do. It's a plan that you can pick and choose who you contribute to. So it's a discriminatory plan. Now you do W-2s. In the health plan, you would probably have to do all of your W-2s at a certain level, but not all the same level. The 1099s, you don't have to participate at all. You can just make it available to them.
Any concern about that being in kind of the gray area? Because I know there's been an effort across the states from several attorneys general regarding with the Department of Labor of trying to reclassify 1099s as employees. And maybe that's getting a little bit off track here. And I don't want to do that, but I just want to make sure, does inclusion of the 1099s potentially result in 1099 being classified as a W-2 employee?
I am very familiar with what you're talking about there. And as an employer, I would not pay for any of the 1099's health plan.
Okay, I agree.
Yes. I mean, if you want to bonus them, that's totally different. But to pay for their health plan would probably categorize you close enough to a W-2 employee that they would come collecting the FICA and the workers' comp and everything else.
Very good. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, Terry. All right, we're gonna go to let's go to BP. All right, BP, I am unmuting you right now. You still there? BP?
Yes. Yes, I was wondering if the plans qualify for equivalent to the Medicare offerings.
The plans qualify for the Medicare offerings. Do you mean the health plan?
That's correct, yes.
I have Tim Verone on the call. Jim, can you unmute Tim? He's our health plan expert. Is there any way you could do that? Tim, can you raise your hand or?
Tim is unmuted. He has to turn his microphone on his end, but he's unmuted. There he
Your
goes.
mic.
Here I am. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Jim. Yeah. So the question I think we need to reiterate the question, but I think I know what you're asking. So these plans meet all minimum value and minimum essential coverages according to the ACA, and the drug card is considered a credible drug card with Medicare. So I don't know which one, if I didn't answer that question, if you want to kind of give me some more details, I'd love to see what I can, help you out with.
Actually, that answered my question, so thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, I actually knew the answer. I just didn't know the question. Okay.
All right, thanks, VP. I'm gonna run to, let's go to Adam Glasgow. I am unmuting you right now. Adam, what is your question? I think you have to unmute from your end. There you go. You're ready, Adam.
Hey, Chris, I just appreciate you guys putting this together. So the employer groups, are they able to just forward that link to the employees?
No, there are two separate links, Adam. It's a great question, and I should have gotten into this. This link here is for the employer groups to sign up and to talk to one of our agents that will walk them through the process to get their employees set up. Once they send their employees' contact information to our customer success team, then they will get a link that will be sent in a text, email, that the employee can then set their own appointments up with an individual benefit specialist. This link is for employers, this one right here, to sign up and talk to somebody about getting on board. We are currently, we're about a day away, but we're going to have a link on the NTCA website that if you are an individual employer, employee, if you're a sole proprietorship, you'll be able to click on that and make your own appointment directly to a benefit specialist.
Okay, I was just trying to understand how that would work. And then
yeah, it's kind of a two-step process, Adam. So there's one, the employer has to contact us to find out, we've got to get the information about their employees so we can reach out to employees.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it. We're gonna go to Bart Bettiga right now. Bart, unmute your microphone and you should be ready to go. Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys putting this on, trying to understand it. And Chris, maybe I missed this, so I just want to be sure that the members know. If you have, say, office staff of 4 or 5, and you have a healthcare plan for them, and then you've got 20, 30 W-2 workers, can you offer something different, like supplemental and not health, and can you mix and match that, or can you offer different components of how much you cover for your workers versus your office staff? Can you categorize
Yeah.
that?
Certainly. So basically how that would work, Bart, is during the call with our Meridio agent, when you're setting up the call, they'll turn you over to customer success. At that time, if you said, okay, these 6 people have health insurance, do not offer them health insurance. These 22 here have nothing, offer them the full portfolio. That's how we would do that, and we would adjust our messaging accordingly.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Bart. Good question. All right. So Chris, at this time, it looks like you've answered all the general basic questions. We'll ask everybody to contact using this bnfts.us/NTCA button here on our website, and contact you, and you'll also be in contact with them, right?
Yes, indeed.
Well, we're really excited about this. I think this is going to be beneficial to many of our members, and very excited and looking forward to working with you, Chris. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye, Chris. Bye, everyone.